How to pay less taxes as a business owner. I am a master of that. It is what we teach. It is what our highest call to action. Most of our clients come for that one reason is how do you pay less taxes? You have to become a business owner, number one. You can't just be an employee. So how can you use these deductions right away? Number two, the quality of income. There are so many different qualities of income, and so many of you think just employment income, a W-2 paycheck, and if you want more, you just get a raise or you get another job. That is not what we're talking about. We're talking about corporate income as a business owner, owning either an LLC, a limited partnership, an S Corp, or C Corp. Which one? How do you activate the most tax code to do that? And what's the one thing that all smart business owners do that employees can't do? We're going to talk about that at the end of the video. So how is it that rich pay less in taxes than high-income W-2s? And right now with the administration, they're looking at anyone who's making like 500 to $1 million, $1.5 million as an employee, they're going to get killed in taxes. They're going to take all the overages. It's new tax bill that's out. If you haven't been paying attention, we're recording this June 30th of 2025. There is a 900+ page tax modification bill, and it's going to tax the rich, meaning the employees that make money like that. But your company can make that kind of money. So again, the quality of your money matters in how you bring it in. So knowledge is our number one in the tax strategy, and most people do not activate it. Believe it or not, CPAs don't activate it. TurboTax doesn't activate it. H&R Block don't activate it. You say, well, it's their job. No, it's not. Most of them are going to give you just a regurgitation of the box you give them, right? They're historians. You're going to hand H&R Block, or you're going to hand yourself a TurboTax. You're going to hand it to a CPA. And a lot of CPAs are going to say, well, you're not making enough money to have a corporation. You need to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. No, you don't. This isn't about income. It's about an intention. So how you make your money is vital to how you win. And knowledge, knowing that if I'm a business owner, I have an LLC, maybe an S Corp, maybe a C Corp, I can activate the greatest tax code in the world, which is 81,000 pages, and now more coming. Business expenses, like instead of taking vacations, you take business trips. Instead of having a 401k at a job, you have your own 401k as part of your S or your C Corp. There are so many things that you can activate, from home offices to your vehicle. Like I personally don't have a vehicle. I personally don't have a phone, personally don't have a house, because I activate the greatest strategy possible. And a lot of you'd rather watch Netflix, Hulu, Paramount, whatever you're watching, and binge. So instead of study. So I want you to be here. It's an online channel. It's called YouTube. You just subscribe to my channel, click the notification button. I want you here 5 days a week, and I want you to binge here. I want 25 hours of binging. Put it all in the tax strategy, tax code, corporate structure, put whatever playlist in there. And then in exchange for 25 hours of listening, I'm going to give you a $750 Loral Bucks voucher for application towards a new tuition. Many of you keep living a separate life. You have a personal life and a professional life versus a life. So we teach you how to live corporate life as a family to create a legacy. The best asset you could ever build in your family is your own company. And then you start investing in other depreciating assets, which is like real estate, gas and oil that you own, not just the stock market. The stock market is over-amplified. It's an emotional arbitrage machine. And if you don't know a lot about it and that's your only strategy to invest, God help you. How do you qualify your income? Again, W-2 income is the worst kind of income. You're going to have capital gains. You're going to have interest income. There's all sorts of varieties of income that you can start bringing in. Income that comes through your Roth IRA, I love, because it's all tax-free, tax-deferred. You don't get it till later in life, but what a great compounding power of a financial vehicle where that thing can go from a $10,000, $20,000 investment, and you actually do a great land deal with participating profits going there. I've seen people take a $10,000 and $20,000 Roth and explode it to over $200,000, $300,000 legally done. So there are so many strategies in the quality of money. The worst quality of money, I'm going to say for those of you that are employed or going to jump into having your own business, is to be a sole proprietor. Because a sole proprietor gives you absolutely nothing. It gives you 8 to 33 deductions on a little Schedule C. It's like a few crumbs. But why, if you're going to go to that work, don't you just do it right? So the quality of money needs to be in a company, either, again, an LLC, limited partnership, S Corp, C Corp. And to learn how to live corporate life and move personal deductions to actually business deductions, I want you to attend our Millionaire Intensive. We do it once a month. So I'm giving you 2 tickets in the link below. Many of you have listened to this channel. You've been And if you've been to a Millionaire Intensive, I'm going to say, why haven't you been back at least 8 to 10 times? Just for the repetition of understanding the knowledge. Because just because you heard it once doesn't mean you're going to put it into your life and behave that way. I want you to behave in corporate life. I want your kids, your family to do that. So to do that, again, subscribe to the channel, click that notification button, and get your kids involved. Have them listen to a whole variety, especially if they're coming up on 18 years old. They're a legal adult. They could have their own entity. They can go to college within that entity and actually have the company pay for their education, of which they can't get on scholarship or other, there's a lot of like 0% loans you pay off at the end of your college career. Those are great. Use other people's money. It's another version. If you don't understand it, again, call our office. And I'm going to give you 3 chapters to my Millionaire Maker book. And I want you to fill out a gap analysis and like lean in, do a gap session with our team and really understand how we can help support you and your family to have a legacy model. Company structures held in trust, like really loaded deduction schedules so you actually can reduce your taxes really, really low, and then how you invest for better, again, tax strategies. So last, for those of you who settle for a refund, why? A refund means you've just been overpaying taxes. You've been giving the government a free loan with your money, hoping to get it back. Odd way to live, not what we do. So tax of the wealthy, we pay tax in September, our companies do, and our personal tax goes October 15th. So get in the right tax cycle, get off April 15th. Unless you're just an employee, you have more options. So hope this helps. Hope you have learned a lot. If you have any questions, go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL. Ask a question, make a request. We'll be back tomorrow.